So you've decided you want to do wholesaling, you've started watching my videos, you're committing to taking action, and now you're wondering, how do I know if the deal I'm looking at is even a good deal? Well, in part 2 in my wholesaling series, I'm gonna show you how to analyze the deal. All right, so before you start talking to sellers, you wanna know, how do I even analyze the deal to know if it's a good deal? So the key is to follow the 70% rule. All right, you wanna make sure the deals you're getting under contract meet the following formula. They should be 70% of the ARV, that's the after repair value, minus the cost of repairs. So ARV is after repair value. That is what the property will be worth after it has been repaired, after the work has been done. All right, so you'll take 70% of that and then minus the cost that it takes to get it to that condition. The worse the house looks, by the way, the better. The more potential there is for gain. So rundown houses in good neighborhoods are gonna be your best bet. So let's dive into a couple different ways to think about after repair value, the ARV. All right, so first of all, there's 3 types of basic improvements that can happen to a home. Number 1 is a cosmetic flip. This is where you take a home and you improve the existing condition. Maybe you fix the roof, the lawn, new paint, new floorings, kitchens, bath, right? You're not changing the footprint. The square footage is going to remain the same. This is gonna be the quickest flip out there. So you're gonna wanna analyze the deal as a quick flip. You're also gonna wanna analyze the deal as what we would call major repair. All right, this is the second type of ARV. In a major repair, you're actually gonna add square footage to the property. So you might do all the same things you did in step 1. All right, you might still do kitchens, baths, roof, basic things like that, but you're actually gonna add square footage. So that can mean expanding the footprint, or it can mean going up, building a second roof, or both, right? You can do a bump out and up. So you're gonna add square footage, you're gonna get more bedrooms typically, maybe a larger master bedroom and bath, maybe a larger kitchen and family room, maybe more open spaces. Maybe you'll add outdoor spaces that are very useful, very desired right now, actually, in most marketplaces. So you're gonna add square footage. It's gonna extend the time, which you'll have to factor into your repair cost. And the final type of ARV is a complete new build, or can even be adding more density, right? So in this scenario, you would analyze the deal as if you were gonna tear down the house completely and build a new single family, a new construction perhaps. Or it could mean taking one single family and subdividing it into 2 or 4 single family homes, or taking an old apartment building and going from 4 units to 10 condos or something like that. So this is gonna be a longer project, right? It's gonna be a longer project. Construction costs are gonna be higher. There's going to be more to do. These, by the way, have the greatest potential for the most value because you're getting more density, you're making major improvements. So if you find deals like this, you stand to have the most room for profit. So in each of these scenarios, you are going to look for at least 3 examples of comparably sold products. So if you find a good deal, maybe it's not even a candidate, by the way, for, let's say, step, level 3, like you can't do a new construction there, you can't add density, that's okay. If that's the case, you're only gonna analyze it for the first 2 options. But for each option, the minor repair, major repair, and the new construction, you're going to look at 3 properties in that category that sold recently. Those are your comparable sales. You'll make adjustments for each of these. So if the property that you are analyzing, which we call the subject property, let's say that one has a bad view, right? And you're analyzing it as a cosmetic flip, level 1, and one of the subject properties, has a gorgeous view of the city or nature or whatever, right? Or it's on a bigger lot, you'll make an adjustment. So when you're calculating your ARV, if this house with the best view sold for $220,000, maybe that view is worth $10,000, right? You'll subtract that, you'll adjust. And I'm throwing out these numbers, by the way, as just examples. If the property you're on your subject property has a bigger lot, right, and the other ones happen to be smaller, you'll adjust yours up. So you're gonna make adjustments based on the actual attributes of the property. So you'll do that for each of the 3 levels, if it's possible for that type of renovation. So get 3 examples for a level 1 minor renovation, a level 2 major renovation, and a level 3 new construction, and use the average to come up with your ARV. Now, the second part of the equation is subtracting out those repair costs. So if you're new to this, it might be a good idea to actually pay a contractor for their time. Pay them, $100, $200, whatever they would charge for an hour of your time to, review with you for the types of properties you're looking at, what basic construction costs are. You want to have a good understanding of that so that if you do get a good deal under contract, you can justify the asking price to the potential buyers of your deal. So you're going to have the contractor, give you a good idea of what kind of expenses would I have for level 1 for a minor renovation? What if I need to add square footage? What's the average cost? And by the way, you want to get these numbers in a per square foot basis, right? If you can know these types of thumb rules, it will help you to quickly analyze deals. And you can always get to the level of understanding where you are comfortable at estimating costs. And then if you do have a good deal on the table, you get a contingency period on it, and you bring in a contractor at that point and pay them for their time and get them to really dial in on what the different repair costs would be for the different levels. And you do this for each of the 3 levels or less if you're analyzing your property for less than the 3 levels. You do that to get a good estimation of what the repair costs actually are gonna be. Once you have those numbers down, you can analyze for each different level, 70% of the ARV minus the repair cost to get there. And don't forget, by the way, to add in the holding cost. Right? The repair costs are going to be affected by the level of renovation. The level 1 is going to take, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Level 2, the major renovation, might take 6 months to a year, and level 3 can take a year or maybe more, depending on what type of new construction or density adding you are doing to it. So you want to have a good estimation at each level of what the after repair value is and what the repair costs are, and that will help you analyze if it's a good deal or not. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for part 3, where I'm gonna show you how to actually go out and find the deals.